Welcome. We're going to be sewing a zipper today. This project that I'm working on continues to be the Butterick 5880 dress, and now we're getting ready to zip it. So I'll tell you first about installing a zipper. There's two different types of zippers, and this is important to know. There's what's called an invisible zipper, and this is the kind that you really don't see a whole lot from the outside of your garment. Hence, they're used quite a bit in fashion and dresses and things of that nature. So here's an example of an invisible zipper that I installed. This was the first dress I sewed and the first time I installed a zipper. So very cool, kudos to me. There is something challenging with these for me, and that is they're often difficult to zip. It's supposed to not be very visible, so this grip is very small, and the zipper teeth are actually on the inside of the garment. So this can make it more likely for your fabric, your lining to get caught in the zipper. So it's a nice look, and originally I thought that 5880 was going to use an invisible zipper, but I was looking at the pattern a little more closely, and it turns out they're just calling for a regular old zipper. So let's look what we have there. This is an example of just a standard zipper. I love this one because it's got a loop. It makes it so much easier for me to open and close. That's one of the challenges I have with clothing and dresses is my hands don't work, so it just gets frustrating. This is a great workaround, and originally I had purchased these to make some pencil cases. I have some friends who have other health conditions, and I was like, yeah, you know what? Let's make some ergonomic pencil pouches as gifts. So here's an example of what a traditional zipper is going to look like. You can see it's much more visible. It's kind of bam in your face, and a much different look from the invisible zipper, as it should be. Welcome to anyone who's joined. Thanks for watching. We are zipping it good today. Okay, so where am I? The zippers. This dress requires a 12-inch zipper, and this is where it's going to get inserted. This is the side of the dress. This is the side that has the va-va-voom overlay on top of it. And I thought that was weird because I'm thinking to myself, zippers are hard enough. Why would they put the zipper on the side of the garment that has this really heavy thing that's going to be dragging it down and putting more weight on kind of a weak part of the garment? So we're just rolling with it. I was not confident enough to change the pattern to have the zipper on the right side of the dress, but in the future I really am considering doing that because it would make it so much easier for me. I don't understand, like women's garments typically for dresses are on the left side, and they say this is so that you can more easily open it. And maybe that's true for people. It's not for me. I have like not a very difficult time going like this on this right side of my body, but trying to get over here, this left shoulder on me is kind of a weak point. But anyway, that's for another day. Let's get back to the zipper situation we're facing. So, taking a closer look at this, there's two dots that were marked on, I just lost a clip, hang on, let me get another one. Two dots that are marked on your pattern, and that's going to indicate where the zipper is going to start and where it's going to end. And the first thing we're going to do for the, let me take a look at something really quickly. And I'm hoping to keep this stream to about 20 minutes. I am a little low on energy. All right, so I put some links in the description. The one I'm looking at is 2 simple ways to sew on zippers. Now, what I need to know first is what direction is my fabric going to be facing and what direction is the zipper pull tab going to be facing. And that's going to be different depending on if you're using an invisible zipper or a normal zipper, which is our choice today. So I've got this here, and I also want to take a look at my pattern, which is telling me the first thing I need to do is to baste the side opening edges together. And that's that opening that I just showed you. A baste is just a very long stitch. For me, it's going to be 6 stitches per inch. And this is later going to be removed. It's just going to help us to align our zipper. I just want to make sure that right now I'm turned, this is the outside of my, hang on, whoops, dizzy. This is the wrong side of my fabric, this is the right side of my fabric. So if I were to do a basting stitch from this dot down and then iron it open so that the seams are like this, and then install my zipper face down, it gets really complicated really quick. Hi Jade, welcome! Welcome everybody. Okay, so I'm just, it is so easy to put a zipper in the wrong way. I think it probably happens more frequently than not, at least when you're new like me. So I'm kind of just trying to, maybe I'll try pinning this and y'all can see what I'm doing. Good. I'm gonna try pinning this and then just kind of peeking through and seeing if it's gonna look the right way from the side of the garment that will be facing towards the outside. Cross your fingers for me. Okay. Ugh. This whole flipping things inside out is always, it's a lot of work. Okay, what do we have? We have a big mess that I can't make sense of yet. Ugh, I'm not clear what I'm doing at all. Okay, well, this is a little bit more confusing. Oh, what is going on? I think it's because, oh, okay, I think I got it now. All right, so we got it turned inside out, I think. And this is our zipper. So the pull is on the outer side, which is excellent. It's a little bit bright. I hope you guys are seeing okay. It's the white lining fabric. So this is the right side of our fabric towards the outside. Our zipper is going to be here, and that all looks good to me. So now I need to remember that. And yeah, so I think hopefully this will be fairly straightforward. I'm going to do a 5/8 inch seam allowance. And again, that's going to be a 6 stitch per inch basting stitch. Here's a little gift for later. And this is just no zipper yet, so hang on a sec, because I have to try to remember this for after I'm done stitching. What way is the best way to orient this? Let's go like, let me actually note this down so I don't forget it. So I want to have my, for a regular zipper, it's going to be wrong sides out and then it's going to be basting stitch, and then it's going to be iron open the seams, and then zipper pull facing down. So this is basically zipper pull plus, I almost want to do a diagram. You know what? I think this is enough for me to remember, but maybe I'll do a diagram next time. Oh, it is a great machine. I'm so sorry I can't read the chat and I don't have anyone helping me. But yeah, this is a Singer Stylist 457. She's about 60 years old, and I came across her about 6 months ago. Her and the cabinet I got for $15. She's beautiful. She's all metal. She's really taught me a lot because she has much more experience than I do. So Singer Stylist 457. All right, I think we're in good shape, and I'm going to get some basting stitches going. I think I'm going to try to zoom in on that. If you get dizzy, close your eyes. And I hope that the, whoops. Let me see. Okay. Not bad. So sorry if, yeah. Okay. I don't love this angle, but we're gonna do what we can. The lighting isn't great today. We're gonna zip it good. Alrighty, so this is very simple, Terry. Just keep it together. You don't need to overthink it. I'll get this stuff out of the way, and I'm gonna, well, hydration first. Okay, so, okay, this is important. When I do this basting stitch, I'm gonna pin my fabric because especially when I get over this area where I have other seams folded back, this is like 4 layers of fabric versus 2 layers here. And anytime you're sewing over something that has a different width or a different thickness, I guess is a better word, it can get tricky. So I'm just gonna pop some pins in, and this is sometimes easier said than done. But it's very important, like I said, don't skip your pins. Some people use clips, some people use straight pins, some people use pins with balls at the end. I like them all. I probably like the balls the best, but I can't always use them. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm off screen, but all I'm doing right now is trying not to put pins in my fingers. Okay. So I'm aligning the dots on both sides, and I'm aligning that seam line. And I'm going all the way up to here. And then these darts are going to be pushing. So here's another speed bump. This is a dart in the bodice, and I want that to be pointing down when I sew over it. So I'm going to be careful to pin it the way I want it to lie. All right. Hopefully this fabric will listen to me. It's been challenging to work with. Okay. So let's do our basting stitch. Get this guy out of here. And so I have this machine is marked on both sides. On this side, it's got like how far your seam allowance is, and then 5/8 inch is the standard seam allowance. And that's what this line is on the other side. So my stitching is going to start right here. Oh, I really hope I'm doing this right. There's like so many times where you sew something together and you're like, oops, I just sewed it backwards. Oops, I just sewed the left side instead of the right side. It happens. Okay, let's go. If the noise is too much, feel free to mute, and I don't know if there's closed captions on these live streams. Oh, wait a second. One last thing. I have to put my needle position in the center spot. I don't know if you can see it moving. Yeah, you can. So it was on the right because I was doing something earlier. Now it's in the center. Deep breath. All right. That wasn't bad. And now I'm going to go back over that speed bump. I have a little tool here that kind of helps me it prevents the fabric from getting bunchy. Straight again. Just trying to keep these lined up. This fabric is fiddly. Okay. Zip it, Terry. Just work. Okay. Little bump. Alright, these seams I want, I thought I wanted them opened out because it would be thinner, but I actually want all of them going up. And that's just because when I sew the lining later, that's going to be the best way to do it. This is going to be a pain. Let me see here. Alright, there's like some fringy nonsense here that likes to get caught under this presser foot. And of course, I don't like it when it does that. Okay, making some progress. This should be fairly easy as long as I don't rush it. Oh, my legs are shaking. Okay, this is looking really, really good. And hopefully I'm not speaking too soon. Now zip it and finish up. Oops. Okay, I'm going to right here, it looks like. Okay, now I don't want to back stitch because this is just a basting stitch that more than likely is going to be ripped out later. Alrighty, so where are my snips? Step 1 is done. We're basted. Are y'all feeling basted? Let me see here. What do I want to do? Oops. Hang on a sec. Okay. All right, this is brilliant. So we are basted. Now let me iron these guys open. But before I do that, now let me do that first. I don't know if you want to watch me iron. If anyone ever wants to be a moderator for these things, let me know. Sorry, close your eyes if you get dizzy. Where's my ironing board? Here it is. Because it would be great to have someone looking at the chat. Because I can't sew and read. Okay, so this is just going to be some ironing. Get everything out of the way. I really hope this is right. I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, this is going to be good. We're going to be fine. Pretty sure. This is like pretty technical stuff. I started sewing in March of 2023. And this is my, like I said, my second dress I'm making. And it is also I think I've done like maybe 4 of these regular zippers so far. So it's still really quite new to me, and it's always fun like figuring it out and trying not to make mistakes. Because I like to learn the easy way. Oh my gosh, here's an important question. What color zipper? They're both kind of similar, but I don't really know. Let me show you. This one would look kind of like that, whereas this one would be darker around the sides. But this pink goes a little bit better than this one, I think. So option 1, brown and burgundy. And option 2 is tan and magenta. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna surprise myself unless anyone chimes in and I'm able to somehow magically read what the answer is. Alright, this is like so hard to iron because there's all this other stuff in here. Like this huge overlay. And I don't really have a lot of room. Let's do the best we can. Alright, so this is gonna start here. Right here. And I'm just pressing the seam open as far apart as I can so that it's like pretty flat. And that'll make it easier to sew in the zipper. Ugh. That huge speed bump of seams is like no bueno. But it's okay. Alright. I think that's pretty good. Okay. Iron off. And we're open. So let's do some pinning. There's so much pinning and sewing. It's not as exciting as the ironing. I like ironing because it makes me think of my mom ironing in the kitchen on, this is actually my mom's iron. Okay, brown, how do I check the chat? I don't know, did anybody comment? Brown, all right, thank you David and Davids. Okay, we're going with brown. So this, where is my starting point? That's what I need to know. It was around there somewhere. Let's get things marked a little bit. And I'm gonna use scissors because it's hard to see these darker colors. So this is definitely gonna be going like this. This dot here at the bottom is where my very bottom of the zipper, the very bottom of the zipper is gonna go. So let's get this lined up and pinned. Oh, wait a sec. No, that's right, because we said zipper down, right? I want to triple check my cheat sheet. Zipper pull facing down, excellent. Pin it good. Pin it real good. Oh, this is such annoying fabric, but it's okay. Let me just do it like this. Like this. And then do it like this. So I just want to really line up the zip right over the place where it's sewn together. I also, so I'm going to get these ends in here and get them even with the dots, and then I'm going to do some marks because sometimes when you sew the zipper you need to open it, and I don't want it to be so that the I'm not really sure what I'm trying to say. It's okay. Just let it go. Alright. This looks good to me. Actually, I might need to make this a little bit lower than it is right now, I think. And this is like a really big, I mean, look how much bigger this is than the invisible zipper one. So we're gonna have to finagle that and stuff when we are actually doing the sewing. Now, I really can't wait to open that little box that I showed you, that little gifty box. Because Singer Stylist got a Valentine's Day present. And she hasn't seen it yet. Well, she tried it on once, to be completely honest. She did. Alright, this looks good to me. I'm gonna add some more pins because that makes things easier all around. I'm pinning probably different than a lot of people do, and I'm still figuring out the pinning situation. Okay, let's get some markings on here. So where this speed bump is, I want to just mark that on my zipper on both sides because I'm going to want to line that up. Things sometimes tend to swirl around a little bit when sewing. I really want the zipper to be straight. Oh, this is really hard because now I feel like these seams aren't even. Well, this has to go up, right? Let me check something. I'm gonna put a pin in here and check that these seams are even with each other. Not really. I don't know why not though. Let me just scoot it a little bit. Okay, now they're even. So I should have done that first. They're even, so now my zipper is probably not going to be even anymore. Set it free. Alright, so that notch is basically still in the right place. And this one, I don't even really know how to do this. We've got wiggle room, and I think this is gonna work okay. I'm getting a little bit, I wouldn't say anxious, but I don't know. It always feels like a big deal. Okay. So what are we gonna do? Let's look at the gift I told you about. Close your eyes if you get dizzy. Whoops. Where are we? There we are. Can I zoom out at all? Yes, I can. Do I want to zoom out? Let's see. I think that's pretty good there. All right, so let's see if she likes this present. Happy Valentine's Day. Oh my gosh, look at, oh, it's so pretty. Oh my gosh, it's vintage. Is it vintage? Do you know what this is? It's a zipper foot. 457's got a new pair of shoes. So right now on here, this is just a universal. This is called the presser foot on a sewing machine, and that's what holds the fabric up against this needle. I think that's called the needle plate. So let me get some specs on and change this out. So I'm gonna just take my thread out of the needle to make it a little bit easier to access. And this comes off like this. And now this girl is gonna go on here. Alright, so I found out when I received this, this is so complicated. This isn't a genuine vintage Singer piece, it's just a low shank presser foot, and it's not quite the quality that the vintage pieces would be, but I think it's gonna work. So let's cross our fingers that it will. I think a zipper foot's a zipper foot, right? We'll just have to take it slow. And this is my first time ever using a zipper foot. So right now I'm threading my needle. Oh my. I don't know if I can get it. Let me do a little snipperoo. It's 3:30. We've been at this for a half hour, and that's quite a while. So I think I'm going to say that I'm going to spend 5 more minutes on this and then sign off. This whole dress, I have a series of videos talking about it, how I made it, what I'm learning through my mistakes. We did some fabric burn testing, a lot of cool stuff. That series of videos is all available on my channel, and the final reveal for this dress will be posted as soon as it's ready. Okay. Oh my goodness. See, everything is connected and sewn up and quite bulky. So I think the first thing I'm gonna do, and I'm feeling like I'm rushing this and maybe just trying to wing it because I feel like I want to get it done, but maybe I just shouldn't rush it. Should we make it a cliffhanger? The zipper foot's there, but there's no zipper to be seen just yet. How about this? How about I just do a little bit and then call it a day. So first I've got to try to slide. Well, first I have to think, do I want to start the zipper at the top end or the bottom end? And some of this is going to be hand sewn, so let's just do this. I'm going to have to slide all, well first, I probably should, I might even have to take off my needle for this. No, just the foot. That foot, oops, sorry for the noise. That foot goes lower than what I'm used to, so it's like harder to get the fabric under here. And like I said, this is a bulky dress. Oh man, I'm just gonna do that so I don't make myself bonkers. Okay. So it's important that we don't have any fabric underneath this needle besides what we're actually sewing. And again, this is a pain in my neck because there's so much fabric. Oh, look it, we're almost there. No, we're not. Now we're almost there. Okay, so where did my needle go? Here it is. Let's do needle back in first, thread my needle. Oh my goodness, this is nutso. I feel like I might be doing this wrong. The needles have a flat side to them, and the flat side on this machine gets pointed towards the back. So let me just, I'm literally going through my fabric now. Get this thread out of the way, make it easier. I'm out of breath a little bit. Okay, hang on, hang on. You can do it. It just doesn't feel like it's, there it is. Okay. All right, so needle's back in. Ugh, I have to rethread this silly thing. If anyone has experience using zipper feet and getting your fabric underneath the foot, please let me know, because this is no fun. Oh. Okay, I'm pulling the plug. Close your eyes if you get dizzy. Thank you everybody for watching on my zipper journey. We didn't get all the way through, and that's fine. Check out the final reveal video soon, and thanks for zipping with me. Yeah, stay zippy. Happy sewing, happy creating, happy crafting, and just wishing you some comfort, joy, and peace today.